Vegetables get a lot of disrespect. Not only verbally from strong meat eaters, but also in the kitchen from people who just may not know how to handle them properly and they cook the hell out of them. I think when done right, they could be as exciting, if not more exciting than meats. And on this show, we teach how to respect the veg by finding the best ingredients we can, doing very little to them and just trying not to screw them up. So today I'm gonna show you how to make a simple, easy, but mind-blowing corn on the cob. So let's just jump right into it. Why is it mind-blowing? It's not because I'm the best, it's because I just went to the farmer's market. I know the guy who's got the best corn, and I got the corn. Each time I eat the corn, it's like it's a moment I have. It's something you can't explain because it's so good, and it's not because of you, it's because of the corn. And at its peak season, it's perfection. But when it goes out of season, I don't eat it. This is the way I eat. A very seasonal way of cooking where I don't do a lot to be impressive. The impressive thing about the way I try and cook is the ingredients that I'm using. This makes for seasons to be a much more exciting way of cooking. If I don't eat corn all year long, and if I don't eat fresh tomatoes all year long, this time of year becomes more exciting because I've waited all year for it. And it yields this more seasonal way of cooking, where in the summer, I want lighter, fresher stuff, maybe even raw stuff. Just enjoying the perfect natural sweetness of a lot of these vegetables. And in the winter, I like it heartier, warmer, more comforting. So that's the way I think about the sides and the vegetables I serve in the meals that I make throughout the week, which I'm getting busier and busier. Everyone's busy now. It's important to be able to throw these things together fast. So today I'm gonna show you this quick way of preparing the corn, and it starts with technology, the microwave. But before we start cooking it, let's talk about picking the corn. I go to the farmer's market, wherever you are, and the first thing I do is look for a moist top. Everything's closed tightly and it looks nice and plump. And then I take my hand and I just want to peek to make sure that the kernels are nice and plump all the way at the top. You could see right away that's going to be a good head of corn. But I don't want to husk it yet. What I will do, see these like kind of crazy pieces? I kind of pull those off, a couple layers. And then I'll even go through and I'll just clean it up. See, there's no real corn here. So I can just go and chop that off. Sometimes these can be very long. So what I'll do is I'll just cut that a little shorter. And then this is ready to throw in the microwave. Now, we're approaching this in a two-step process. The first step, as I mentioned, we're gonna use that technology, we're gonna use the microwave. It's a really great way to do this because we already have this kind of sealed package here, and there's lots of moisture in the corn. We're gonna use that to steam. That steam is gonna kind of help loosen that moisture inside up, kind of cook from within and create steam that's gonna, in my opinion, helps the kernels kind of loosen up from the husk. It makes an easier bite, and it kind of helps the corn not get stuck in your teeth. In my opinion, you know, that might just be really good corn, fresh corn. I like to do this steam method, and depending on the size of corn, it's gonna go 3 to 5 minutes. We started off for about 3 minutes, and I'm gonna give it a feel to see if it's still really firm or if it's kind of softened up. If not, I'll go a couple more minutes. So you just throw it in the microwave. Toss the corn into the microwave and set it for 3 minutes at full power. After 3 minutes, check them, and if they still feel firm and cool to the touch, we pop them in for another 2 minutes. Large corn is going to take a little bit longer. After the 2 extra minutes, I check them again, and if they still don't feel that hot, I'm going to let them go 1 more minute, and that feels right. And then I'll take them out, and I'll let them cool and continue to steam until they're cool enough for me to touch and dehusk. And then we just butter them up and throw them under the broiler. A few minutes there, and they're perfect. Look at how much easier it is to remove the husks once it's cooked. So much easier than raw. It's another benefit of this method. So now I have some butter, and I'm just gonna give it a nice quick coating before it goes in the broiler. Into the broiler. Turn on the broiler setting on the oven and put the corn about 4 to 6 inches below the broiler, and finish cooking the corn by rotating it every minute or so. We're not looking for char here, just trying to slightly brown that butter and concentrate the flavor in the corn while maintaining its juicy freshness. I take it out right when I start to see kernels beginning to pop. I don't want that. See, you've got like, it's not roasted. I didn't want to like char or roast the hell out of it. I want to keep a lot of that pure juicy sweetness to it. But the broil does give it like a concentration of flavor. That intense heat is a different type of cooking than say boiling or just roasting on a normal temperature. Now I don't know if you ever did this as a kid, but when I was a kid, when we'd have corn on the cob, there would be a stick of butter at the table. And you would take your corn and then you would just rotisserie it right on that butter. And the heat slowly melts it and it's just like a perfect side dish. Sweet, plump, juicy, tender, meaning like they pull out of the husk pretty easily. Now that's one way to eat corn. Another way that is also another personal favorite is to cut it off the cob. And so what I'll do is I'll cut it in half. And my goal is always to get one really long one. Oh, look at that. Oh man. Oh yeah, there's one. Look at that one. Now, if you're one of those people who doesn't like to eat it on the corn, I suggest you enjoy it like this. It's just fresh corn in season. It's gonna be good any way you slice it. Corn is still in season this month, so get it in while you can. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all my patrons supporting me. If you'd like to become a patron, there's a link down on the screen. We've got merch down linked in the description. It's getting cool, so make sure you get your Hate Less Cook More hoodie. Check it out down below. That's all that I have today. I'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself and go feed yourself.